We fight with hearts. They fight with numbers. Ukrainian paratroopers fighting in the city of Kreminna in Donbass. For the paratroopers of the Ukrainian airborne brigades, there is only one way to explain the waves of Russian infantry that mercilessly beat Ukrainian lines in and around this city of Donbass meat. First, they threw mobilized soldiers in like meat to ensure death, said one soldier, who spoke on condition of anonymity due to military restrictions. Then when they break through, more experienced fighters come in. The Russian invasion of Ukraine is now in its 11th month, and the intensity of fighting in Kreminna matches that in the town of Bakhmut, 80 kilometers to the south. But according to interviews with Ukrainian soldiers and reports published on Russian military blogger accounts such as Telegram, the bloodshed is meaningless and unrelenting. However, it is unclear how long it will take. Ukrainian officials say Kreminna is on the verge of being recaptured by Ukrainian forces. Bakhmut, Kreminna. The situation on the ground is difficult and frightening, President Volodymyr Zelensky said in his nightly video address on December 26. The Russians are using all available resources, and they are important resources, drawing some kind of progress. Kreminna is located in the Luhansk region, across the administrative border with the Donetsk region, on the main north-south highway, about 25 kilometers northwest of Severodonetsk. The city was occupied by Russian forces at the end of June after a brutal siege and intense street fighting. In September, Ukrainian forces launched a surprise attack northwest of Kharkiv, forcing a widespread Russian withdrawal. Ukrainian forces also recaptured the town of Lyman in the Donetsk region and began marching further north towards the towns of Kreminna and Svatov. Since then, Ukrainian advances on this battlefield have stalled, especially since Russia began to deploy newly mobilized and poorly trained troops to bolster its defenses. A December 26 Twitter post said Russian civilian authorities and local military forces had withdrawn from Kreminna and to safer areas further east. This report could not be independently verified. Russia understands that losing Kreminna will collapse the entire defense line, Hayday said in a separate Telegram post. In a post 2 days later, he suggested that if Ukrainian forces recaptured Kreminna, several other cities in the Luhansk region could soon be retaken as well, saying they were eventually destroyed beyond defense. Rice Field. Soldiers interviewed by Current His Time near the front line in Kreminna on December 24 said they were optimistic about Ukraine's ability to hold its lines and described constant attacks by Russian forces. In the case of the Kharkiv offensive, they were more dispersed. Now they are very concentrated. There are many, another soldier said in an interview. We fight with our hearts. We fight with numbers. Their resources, I'm not going to give away secrets here, are because they are so much better than ours, he said. In some places, including Bakhmut, photos and videos posted by military bloggers and even the soldiers themselves point to outdated battlefield tactics reminiscent of World War I trench warfare. Kill it with a gunshot.